Hi, so here we are at Northeast Film Festival, and I am interviewing these two delightful people who are involved with a documentary about eating in Paterson, New Jersey. Yum. So tell me your names, please.
I'm Vince Perillo, the director and producer.
And Marta Yole, the assistant director.
Nice to meet you both. And why don't you just explain a little bit about what gave you the inspiration to even make something like this?
Okay, well, I was born and raised in Paterson, so a part of it's a labor of love. And this is actually my fifth documentary about the city. And this was a story I just wanted to tell. There are many ex-Patersonians that I'm aware of through my other films who have been in touch with me and still keep a love of the city. There's also quite a few people out there that don't think much of the city, and they think it's an unsafe place. They think it's not a place they would even want to visit, let alone live. So I wanted a film that would tell two stories. The first story is about all the wonderful restaurants of the past. So about 10 minutes of the film looks back at those. One of those has a very, very interesting history, which, if I may, I'll tell you. It was called La Vita Venice, and it was founded by a couple of brothers of Jimmy Durante.
Ooh.
and it was situated on an island in the middle of the Passaic River in Paterson, and so they created a whole gondola theme there, and you could even take little gondola rides around. And it was both a restaurant and a nightclub, and many, many famous celebrities came there, including people like Ginger Rogers and Milton Berle and Henny Youngman, Ginger Rogers, and so on. And Lou Costello's brother actually fronted the house band at the place. So it was quite an interesting story. And again, many people don't know, so that was part of the story I wanted to tell.
Wow, and when did that close?
I think in the end of the 30s, if memory serves.
Wow, so a long time ago.
It was a while back. So, but there were also other restaurants that have come and gone from the 40s and 50s, and a lot of ex-Patersonians would, I think, gently remember those.
That's amazing.
And then the other part of the film, most of the film, is actually to take the viewer through Paterson. There are these incredibly great restaurants with delicious food. We ate our way through the film. But there's all these wonderful restaurants in every kind you can think of, Peruvian, Dominican, Italian, Syrian, Lebanese, Palestinian, Mexican, and so on. So what we did was we went with the Mayor Sayegh on a trip around these different parts of the city. The film shows how safe and clean the streets are. Animated maps show how you can get there from the highway. And we have a professional chef, Chef Cass, who's also with us quite a bit, to talk about some of these dishes, and we show the interiors of the restaurants and what everything's like. So that's basically the film.
That sounds really fun. That sounds really, really great.
The kitchens we went into.
The kitchens?
We did go into a kitchen where, honey, tell them the story of the mortar and pestle.
We watched actual foods being made with a oversized mortar and pestle to crush food and create all kinds of interesting dishes.
It was humongous. It was beautiful. It was just something I had never seen before.
Wow, that's amazing.
So it was just a fun thing. You get behind the scenes a little bit to see. You see what it's like to sit in the place, get to the place, and so on.
Wow. Well, congratulations. It sounds like a really great film. Now, I'm really curious about the stuff that you were saying about the island restaurant. When they had that going on, I mean, that must have been such a destination for people from Manhattan even.
It was mostly... Paterson's mostly been a working class city, so this was mostly a middle class, upper middle class restaurant, and people came from all over, from not only nearby suburbs, but from out of state as well. It was a known destiny, and especially the old vaudevillians and people in show business would tell one another, and this was one of their hangouts, to come to Paterson and enjoy that place.
That is just amazing. And was it difficult? I mean, did you actually get footage from that time period for that restaurant?
Sadly, no, but I do have photographs, and we did an awful lot of research through various historical societies, museums, and everywhere we could find any kind of source to try to show people what it was like. So I do have some photos and maps and that sort of thing to get a feel for it.
That's amazing. And how long did it take you to make the film?
It was a 2-year project.
Yeah. So you were making it during the pandemic.
Well, unfortunately, we filmed very much around it, so we could give it an evergreen quality and not have people wearing masks. It was right at the beginning of the pandemic, before things got really dicey.
Well, and we got lucky here in Jersey because Murphy stopped making everybody wear the masks in the restaurants very quickly. So that would have probably helped out for making your doc. Yeah?
No, we were actually done by then. I mean, it's post-production where your time is spent, and we had so many interviews, so much location footage and so forth, that the time coming to piece it all together, put together a narrative, do your sound, do your colorization, augmentation, all of that was the longer part of the process.
Yeah. Well, and especially with the documentary, that's where the bulk of the time is taken.
Exactly.
Yeah. So did you have like a path, like a script of sorts, planning out exactly how you wanted the documentary to be?
No, I had a conception. It was all in my head. I knew kind of how I wanted to structure the film, and what I wound up doing was piecing it together at the end with a very fine Yarek Sihaja is my film editor, very professional, very good man. Rod Holliday, my technical director, and what we did was we put it together. Used the studios at William Paterson University for all that post-production and the camera crew as well. And then I wrote the script.
Smart. So, and what did you shoot it on?
Don't ask me that.
Okay. No, that's for the DP. Okay.
I'm not, by the way, I just see this is Rod Holliday in the background there.
Hi, how are you?
So, yeah, we shot everything.
Oh, come on in.
Oh, no.
Come on.
And so you're the DP?
Yes.
Hi, come. Hi, I'm Deborah. You're Rod Holliday?
Yes.
Hey.
Rod, hi. How are you?
Good. How are you doing? So this is the DP.
Yes. All right. So we filmed everything digitally. We used Blackmagic cinema cameras with some really nice lenses, and it helped us because we were running and gunning a lot. Yeah. You know, like Vince said, we didn't really have a script. We were trying to capture the moment. You know, it was brilliant moments of inspiration all over this piece. You know,
that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Nice. So, and did you have to use a Steadicam, a Ronin, or anything like that?
No, we did I did a lot of tripod stuff, handheld. We didn't get into the Steadicam stuff. You know, it didn't really, filming.
Didn't lend itself to it.
Yeah, it wasn't that action packed. It was, it was a lot of kitchen footage, a lot of people eating, and then sit down interviews with chefs and different. Yeah.
The entrepreneurs there, the owners or managers.
Yeah.
Nice. And so, have you worked together before?
This is our fourth project?
Fourth or fifth, yeah.
Yeah, we've worked together before.
Those Paterson films I was mentioning before.
That's fantastic. Yeah, when you find people that you like, you keep them.
Yeah, well, I mean, working in Paterson, it's a labor of love, and it's kind of, I take it upon myself. It's like my job to film it as beautifully as possible, put it in a more of a beautiful light, So.
And you were involved in the edit, correct?
I had notes. So the editor Yarek we went to school together. So
oh, convenient.
We have a working relationship. So he'll talk to me and I'll talk to him about shots and then we can relay that back to Vince. That's the process.
Rod was also very helpful when we lay down the sound. And if he was listening, and if it didn't come off quite right, I had to do it over.
That's good.
Many takes.
Excellent. And how did you guys meet? Was it just like you were looking for a DP and along comes this cool guy?
Through the university. I mean, I've been a professor at William Paterson University, and in the production center.
Yes. Yeah. Vince came to me through William Paterson, and I help run and maintain a television studio at William Paterson. So he had a project that kind of blew up into something a little bit larger. He wanted to, originally it was only supposed to be a set of interviews. And
Wow.
Whole documentary.
That's fantastic. Well, then there is a lot more to this story than just the food tour. Definitely with you guys. That's very cool. That's really wonderful.
10-year relationship here.
Together so well.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's really key. Well, thank you so much, and great to meet all of you. Congratulations on your film. It's really wonderful. Thanks.